Hello everyone, Zed Runner DIY Detailer here. A little while ago I picked up a second-hand GoPro Hero 5 Black. Wanted the image stabilisation that my Session 5 that I'm shooting this on gives me. Does it slightly better I think than this one, but the drawback of the Session 5 was that once you run out of battery you've got to charge the whole thing up, you can't just bang in a new battery you've got ready. So found one of these online, Facebook Marketplace, thought brilliant, let's get it. It's the latest camera that I could afford. I think up to 8 now, but this was going to be revolutionary as far as I was concerned. Screen on the back, touch screen, new GUI on it, really easy to use, shoots great films. However, a massive drawback on these is the appalling sound quality, and this video is going to show you what I've tried to do to fix that. And if you go and look online, there's lots of people that tell you that the little skeleton case that you can get, the official GoPro one, the holes are in the wrong place, so it covers up all the microphones. It's really muted sound. So you go online and you can find where to drill, sort of extend all the holes so it, in theory, sounds better. Doesn't solve the fundamental problem with this camera, and that is even just handling it in this with the little remote mini selfie stick that I've got. You just move it around a bit. The handling noise you get transmitted through into the GoPro 5 is just astonishing. If you take it out of this little case and you think, okay, well I'll just hand hold it instead, just moving it slightly like this, you get really heavy, deep rustling, completely ruins the audio experience. So on my previous Hero 3 Black I had a plug-in microphone, and while that gives you really great sound quality, it won't work with the GoPro 5. The 5 has a tiny little door here which you can take off, quite easy to do, just pull it off. That gives you access to the USB-C port, but there's no 3.5mm microphone jack on these cameras, and the later the 6, 7 and the 8 either, same problem. So you've got to buy a GoPro adapter. Those sell out really quickly because everyone wants them, because they all have the same problem, and when you do get hold of one you realise it's actually quite bulky. And there's a big sort of box that dangles off here. What you do, I've seen people velcro them onto the skeleton housing, I've seen all sorts of solutions, and I came across a little box, and here it is. This, I think, appears to be the ultimate solution. I don't know if you can see it on the case there, but you've got a space underneath to slot and firmly hold the GoPro microphone adapter. You've got a case for the GoPro itself, and then you've got a hot shoe stand clip on the top of the case for your microphone, and I'm going to have that set up because I've also got this. This is the Rode VideoMicro. It's their smallest little compact, doesn't need batteries, it's just a condenser microphone in there. Give me directional high quality audio, I'm hoping, and it'll also therefore stop all the handling noises because it's physically isolated as best as it can be. And they're not physically, the microphones aren't mounted within the camera enclosure as in the GoPro 5. So I'm hoping this is going to really level up sort of my videos, give me something a bit more to work with in terms of the output content. I've actually had to scrap a couple of detailing videos I've done just recently with the new camera because I found out the problem. I shot a load of footage and found out the audio problem is just horrific. So it's killed a couple of contents that I could have put out there. So I'm going to unbox all of this now. I'm going to show you what the new rig will look like. So in order to use this setup and have the GoPro mic adapter I've also got, you have to take the little door off so it's not waterproof. Don't lose this little door, so put it somewhere. So now it won't be waterproof, but that's cool. Let's see what's in this little Ulanzi version 2 enclosure box. Stickers, and in the enclosure box what you've got, more stickers. So here it is. So it's lightweight plastic. I think there are some variants around that might be aluminium. Here's your hot shoe on the top. Oddly enough, it's in 2 pieces. Okay, so that's a vertical spacer there. in case you need to elevate your microphone further. If you've got like, the big wind sock on there, maybe that's the reason to stop you getting in front of the lens. On the back, it slides out. Yeah, okay, that's really good. That's nice and strong in there, so that'll slide out. Little clip on the back. Pull it, slide out. Easy peasy. And the GoPro 5 will fit in there, so let's do that. Now on this particular device, should you not want to use the external microphones, there's tiny little mics in here. These little dots are where microphones are hidden. And on this case, they're actually cut out correctly, unlike the official one, so that you can actually get to all of the microphones. However, don't use the internal microphones. I think they're garbage. So that fits in quite well. It's a little loose. Let's get the door on there and see if it holds it in nice and tight. Oh yes. Okay, so that's obviously got a kind of a clamping mechanism on there as well. You can get to the screen still. So yeah, the camera is held in really tight. It's not rattling at all. Really like that. Right, let's do the next piece. These things sell out really quickly. As I said, everybody seems to need them, right? Because the internal microphones are really crap. It's kind of like the Apple situation where they don't give you any connectivity anymore on your on your portable computers, so you need to go and buy all of their dongles to make it work. And I guess a similar thing happening here. So with the GoPro nowadays, if you look at the 8, you can buy a little light mount, you can buy a case that holds the microphone, you can do all sorts of things. Additions, little hop-ups that you can get, plug-in modules, just bizarrely packed. Okay, that's nice. It's got a nice sort of rubberized exterior to it. So you've literally got the USB-C connector. This allows you to, while you're using the microphone adapter and you've plugged into your GoPro with the USB-C connector, this allows you still to charge the camera while you're still using it. So that's a pass-through charger. 3.5mm jack, that's what we need. Let's get it in. Okay. Pretty straightforward by the looks of it. Oh, that slides in really nice. Okay, I think the finish on the outside of the mic adapter helps that, but it's a very, very well designed part. It fits beautifully. And here we go. So all of the recommendations are that you create a tail like this. So if you do it the other way around, you get a lot of pressure on that cable, and that will have a detriment when it's pushing out the adapter as it is, but that'll also have a detrimental effect on the socket inside there. So you just put a little loop in it, connect it all up. Everyone's a winner. So far, it's looking alright, isn't it? Next item. Let's take a look at this video mic. I'm really excited by this. I have a sneaking suspicion it might look too large on the whole rig, so it might be a bit awkward to carry around. I'm no professional vlogger, so this might be just a bit too much, but certainly when I do detailing videos or any work on sort of accessories on my Z1000, it'll help. So what have we got? Alright, excellent. Looks good. So we get the suspension mount with the hot shoe adapter, which will slide straight into the new housing. We get the little interconnect lead, instructions, and of course what we all came here for is the microphone. Now it comes with your dead cat, your windsock. It's got foam inside, so it's a good quality one, and you've got the bristles on the outside, the hairs on the outside. The actual mic itself has got a decent bit of weight to it, so it's going to add to the weight of the rig. That will clip straight around the middle here. Nice and softly suspended, and you can see the way it moves. So let's get it on the camera. So it will slide onto, undo it. Slide onto the little blocking case. It's all looking quite professional. I have to do something with my content then, wouldn't I? tightens down nicely. Yeah, that's solid. I like that. That's really good. So far so good. Get the microphone, the connection lead, and it simply plugs into the back here and then down into, what you can do with these is snap them into a little holder in there. It's just the right size to do that, and it comes around into your mic adapter there. Let's make that a bit more of an appropriate route. Okay, so there's the rig. Gets in the way a little bit, I think. Let's try and redo that somewhat. Can I put that over there? Yes, I can. There you go. So that gets out of the way of the screen. That's alright, that's handy. So there's the new rig. It's looking quite smart, isn't it? We can put the floppy Joe dead cat thing on there. Yeah, okay, that makes sense now. The little elevation platform and the hot shoe, you can see that the viewing angle of the lens would catch some fibres from the microphone muffler. However, with the elevated platform, that probably won't happen, so that can go outside. That's a little rig. That looks so cool. Let's put that on my mini tripod grip thing. A mini selfie stick come tripod. This will be the predominant use that I have for it. There you go. That is my new rig. We need to shoot some content. I like that. Yeah. Good thing about this little stand, especially with the new microphone, I can now put that where I need it to be in my workshop when I'm doing work on the cars, doing the detailing work, doing the restoration on the Subaru, which is coming up soon, or doing any sort of detailing videos that I do. And this microphone now will be the absolute must. So I can pick up now a little selfie stick and move it around and actually not be too worried about the handling noise on the grip. There may be some, so I'm going to test out how that's going to work, but it'll be significantly less, and in theory the sound quality should be enormously improved. So I'm going to go test that out now, and I'll attach a video clip of it to the end of this particular video. Okay, so we're indoors. Trying the new rig now. Let's see how it goes. We've got the microphone muff on, so we'll take that off now. Indoors with it on. Indoors with it off. Looks really cool up there. We're going to pop outside with the mic cover off. It's not too windy out there. There's a bit of wind. Let's see how this goes. There we go. So I'm going to use the cameras I would like to, just being mindful of handling noise. There's no wind at all. Can't really test them off, but let's put it on. Okay. I can see the need for that elevation platform with the hot shoe now. Hopefully the fibres of the muff don't get in the way. I'm talking quietly. Let's see how this works. Bit of handling noise. Let's set it up on the tripod. Quite pleased with the rig. Here we go. Muff back off because we're indoors. I'm really pleased with this rig. I'm talking quietly and normally when I was outside. Loads of people out in the neighbouring garden, so they're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. So I was talking a bit quietly. But in theory, this should be my new vlogging rig. Help me do some really good content with some decent audio. I keep looking at the microphones. I've got to get out of the habit. It just looks so cool up there. Awesome. Fingers crossed this will give me some better content going forward. Hope you enjoyed the video and the review and the unboxing. In summary, the Rode microphone I'm finding to be really good. It's quite directional. It will pick up some sounds from left and right of it, but it is very directional sort of thing, unsurprisingly to me. The handling noise is reduced dramatically, which means you can just film and just get on with some content, and then when you get back to do your edit, you haven't ruined a whole load of film, which is just crunching and sort of shuffling noise that comes through if you just use the camera normally without the external microphone. Audio quality is really good. I quite like that, and I like the new Ulanzi version 2 holder that I've got. It just looks like a decent rig. It makes it very practical. I haven't got the microphone adapter sort of dangling around anywhere or having to velcro it anywhere. I really like it. It's pretty cool. So that's it. That's the new rig for Z-Runner DIY Detailer. Bit of a fun unboxing in self-isolation. It's nice to get some new goodies delivered. So well done Amazon and all your delivery guys. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a pro now. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.